farmers, welcome back to Goldcrest Valley. Just came back from the main farm, spreading lime on those 3 fields back there, and came back with a half a little lime. I'm hoping that will cover this field right up here. Fingers crossed. But first, I need to take care of some bales that are out here and create some more. So let's drop off the Bredal spreader and grab our Guvile baler. Got two more rows? Yeah, 2 more rows of straw bales to make. And then we'll pick them up and spread some lime in this field. And then we'll empty the lime out of the spreader and then put some fertilizer in there and spread some wonderful fertilizer on our grass field. Let's lower that down. Turn this on here. It's a nice little baler, just that it fills up rather quickly. So you got to be on your toes when you have it, of course. Being a round baler, you just can't keep on continuing. You got to stop, let it unload, do its thing, and then you can continue. And many times, I haven't been paying attention, and it fills up, and I keep on going. But oh, I know I don't have it turned on because I just reload the game. Is turn on the automatic bale dropper. That's what we need. I was like, it doesn't want to come on out. Yeah, but in the future for our farm, when we do, fingers crossed, buy one from the used section, we'll be getting ourselves a square baler. Now, I did mention a while ago, I don't think, I say a while ago, we're only 4 episodes in now. I was mentioning cows, and I said, yeah, but we don't have straw. Well, we got plenty of straw now, but I think we're going to hold off onto the cows for at least another year. We need to get our footing here in Goldcrest Valley a little bit, so I don't want to get ahead of myself, which I can do once in a while. So we're going to play this a little bit slow here in Goldcrest. Getting some cows would be good, get some milk flowing, but I'm not too sure because we will have silage. We got straw. But I don't know if the shed takes a full bale or do I have to shred it. And if I do, that, of course, we got to rent one or wait for it to pop up in the used section. So definitely going to wait another year and see what happens. Kind of, the farm's going to be kind of run by the used section, it seems like. It all depends on what comes up in the used section. It's like, okay, that's there now, so let's go ahead and we will farm this way or that way. We got the main thing, though. We got ourselves a combine. We don't have a header of any type for, but we got ourselves a combine, so that's a big step number 1. And of course, next thing we're looking for is a good medium-sized tractor or a small, large tractor. 300 to 400 horsepower would be very nice to have. I think that's it for the baling. Right? I think we're all set with the baler. Just trying to double think. I don't think I need it for anything else. There is some straw in there. It is what it is. Let's drop that off. And let me go ahead and I'm not going to bring it to the store. They're going to come over and pick it up for us. I hope anyways. Let's go ahead and return that. Alright, so that leaves us 3 things that are leased. One being the bale trailer, which we're going to return that very soon. I did happen to catch, maybe hard to see, but there is a grass bale that rolled itself down towards that pine tree. So I'll have to grab that. Didn't convert it over to silage, but, I can always save it for the sheep. But the sheep do have plenty of bales up the hill. But since that bale's out of the way, I'm going to leave it there. You know what? Maybe I should pick it up because if I forget about it, it'll stay there forever. Because it kind of blends in a little bit. You gotta be looking at the right direction in order to see it. I did reset the bale counter on the baler for the straw bales, but now I returned it, so I don't know how many bales we made. But it's a good amount. It's a very good amount. Now we're going to keep all the straw bales and silage until December/January when the price is even better. Of course, we're definitely going to keep the silage bales because it's not silage yet. It should take 3 months to ferment from grass over to silage. Now someone did ask, did I try bringing any bales up to the BGA? Not on this map, I have not done that yet. It's been a while since we did it a lot on East Vineland. Now, depending on the map, depending on the BGA, some BGAs are picky, some will not take bales, some will only take loose. So it has to be either loose straw or loose silage, or you got to put it in the right area. You got to be careful that you don't overfill it. So I don't know if that's what the question was for. But yeah, the BGA here, I didn't look on this one here. I just know that the BGA is sort of free. And I don't think I can see it in the price market. But if we come here, let's see here. So does a BGA, bale, sell point, straw barn. So the BGA does not take straw, but they should take, does it take hay? No, it doesn't. Silage. Is that even a sell point? It may not be a sell point. It may just be a production building. Oh, this is called the McLean Biogas Plant. Did I... Okay, maybe I was not looking at the right one. McLean... Okay, so it does take silage. Let's see. Grass? Of course not. Hay? No, it doesn't. And straw. So the only thing I think it takes is silage only. Silage only at that BGA. Every BGA is going to be different depending on what they decide to take. So just have a look at have a look at the selling market and see what the BGA takes. And then if you bring it there, if say it takes silage and you bring a full bale of silage there, and it doesn't take it, it may be one of those where it only takes loose silage. But I think most BGAs take a bale. And make sure you just get it in the right drop-off point. So like the BGA that I'm using on Hinterland, there are multiple drop-off points for different products. So just make sure you try to put it in the right spot. So this would be a nice little bit of income in the middle of winter. Although I will have to lease this trailer again. Let's go ahead and drop these off. These will be out of the way for our grass field, which we're going to get one more cut in this year. And the next cut will be for hay. Now that I know the sheep will take hay bales. Not exactly lined up here, but it's close enough. Oh, that bale fell out. I think I'm going to have to put some fuel into this John Deere here pretty darn soon. Hoping to get the rest of the work done today that I want to. Speaking of, because I don't remember when we bought... I think we bought the combine in the morning. Let me have another look here. Nope, these are the first two items that we saw in the month of August. They're still sitting there. And nothing else has popped up, so... we'll just check it now and then. I've been very excited about getting every time it's ready to record an episode of Goldcrest Valley. Been very excited about it. I think it's just because I don't know what we're going to be buying next. It's kind of like a wait and see. Even I don't know. It's like what comes up. I mean, I know what we want to buy, but it's not like, hey, I want a Case tractor. It's like, nope. How about a McCormick or a Deutschfar or whatever comes up in the store. And I did hesitate a little bit at the beginning of last episode about the Combine, the Tryon. I think it's a Tryon. I was like, well, I don't really need one for like another year. But it's like, you know what? You better buy one because another one may not come up in the market. And if one does come up that you prefer more than the Tryon, well, we kind of got the cash for it, so we can always buy the other one and then sell the Tryon. I'd rather have one in our shop than none at all, and then have the lease. We leased, of course, the Case Axial Flow this year. Nice combine, 8.5 meter wide header, did the job. And at least that told me, I think 8.5 meter wide header is the smallest I would go. Because, of course, only in the future this farm's going to get bigger and bigger. More fields, maybe merge the fields together. So we'll keep our eye out for a header for the Tryon. Alright, so the 2 more straw bales and see if we can get... I think we can grab that grass bale even though it's down in the tree. Just have to hug it a little bit. And then, like I said, the grass bale, we'll just have to keep until the sheep need some feed. And we'll give them this grass bale, because I'm not going to be making silage with the next grass cut. Going to be making hay, so I'm not going to be getting ourselves a wrapper. And I'm not going to lease a wrapper for 1 bale. Not really worth it. Or I could just sell the grass bale when it comes time to sell these bales anyways. Kind of weird that I really never used this Anderson baling loader until Solyndra, and now we go from Solyndra to here, and I'm using it here as well. Alright, nice stack of bales. Yep, the store's kind of... Rostamash Combine. Now, if that one came up before the Tryon, would I have bought in that one? I probably would have waited because we didn't need a Combine for a year. I was like, it's too small. Let's wait a year. Let's go ahead and return this. Alright, so that just leaves us with 2 leased equipment. And I'm hoping I brought enough lime over. I didn't want to fill this all the way up, because when I return the spreader, I would unload the lime. I don't want a whole bunch of pallets of lime around the farmyard. That was a terrible backing up job there, Peanut. Well done. There we go. Alright, let's get a headland done here. At least on this side. I don't remember that little house being on that hill over there. With its own little silo. I don't know if that's a farm, or is that a sell point, or both. Putting lime down, we're going to get a much better yield next year. Our environmental score is going to go up. But it won't go up, I don't think, until we do a harvest. So our score for the first year is going to be not that great. And of course, as we buy more fields, and that score in that field is going to be terrible. So it'll bring down our overall score a little bit. But this field needs a lot of lime. The 3 fields back at the main farm did not take that much lime. So I'm like, all right, I didn't use that much. Let's just fill it halfway up. Of course, I am overlapping here, but I want the lines to be kind of straight here. I hope I don't have to go all the way back to the farm to get like 1,000 liters. If I have to do that, I may actually just go to the store because it's the same price. It's just nice to have that little shed back at the main farm, so instead of having to go buy 20 pallets of lime, I could just sit there, hit refill, you know, throw in 20,000 liters of lime. I had about 50% when I started here. Now, the only field that we're going to put fertilizer down is the grass field, because with precision farming, you kind of need to know what crop is in the ground for how much fertilizer goes into the ground. And since the only field we got technically planted is the grass field, that's the only one we're going to do. I did see once or twice on hinterland where it's like, you know what, most of the fields are going to require a good amount of fertilizer. So I put fertilizer down, and then I put fertilizer down, then I planted soybean, and it kind of hurt our yield a little bit because it was too much fertilizer for the crop type. At least that's the way it looked. Okay, so I've already used 30%. I'm going to have to go to the store and buy some, which is fine. I guess it's better this way than having to unload a whole bunch of lime and have the pallet sit there for another year. And once we get the grass field fertilized, we are done for the month of September. We'll double check on the animals, but I do believe the animals are going to be just fine for food. Especially the sheep. I think we had like 6 or 7 bales left over when we dropped it off. Although, when it took the feed, it could have been taken... You know, those bales up there may not be full bales. They all might have just like 500 liters into them. But still, the sheep will be fine for a couple months. I might as well just go ahead right onto the store. And yeah, don't mind the curb at all. Yep, we're good. Traffic, stop signs. Nah, we're all good. Let's see here. Would 5,000 liters do us? Would 5,000 liters do us well? I think in the bags it's cheaper. Lime. Alright, I think we'll buy 3 bags actually. Try to fill it up from the open side. And actually, I'll probably just get the fertilizer from the store as well, instead of going all the way back to the farm. I say all the way back. It's not far, but it's far enough to just say, you know what, store's right here. Price is the same. And I can leave the excess lime here at the cow barn, because we do own this property. And there we have it. And let's hope we can go finish up the field with what we have. I would say try to avoid the curves, but I can't help myself. And of course, we'll have to take care of the weeds next year as well. We'll have to get ourselves a See and Spot sprayer. When I say get one, either hope for one comes up for sale on the market, or we'll at least lease it for a day. Try to get all of our fields done the same day. And try to get it done when all the crops are not that tall, because we got to have a tractor with narrow tires on it. Because we do have crop destruction turned on, like always. Everything is turned on except for the stones. Can I get this in one more pass? I should be able to. And I'll have a little bit of lime left over, I think. I may not get it all one pass. Seems like it's getting wider the further down the field I go. Alright, we'll get most of it there. I don't think these sensors are going to see this little bit of soil down here, but we'll give it a try. Yeah, it does sense it. Okay. But I'm guessing these little spots here. Nope. Alright, so about 500 liters, so we'll get one pallet. And what I'll try to do, I'm hoping it's going to unload to the left. And of course, it unloaded to the right. Never fails, does it? You don't know what side it's going to unload on. You take a guess, and it's always the wrong side for me. All right, let's see. How bad is this field for nitrogen? All right, it's right at 0. It's got to go up to 65, so it's not going to be... Grass doesn't take too much. But I think we'll get like 2, maybe 3,000 liters. I think that'll be enough for that small field. And I don't care if we have extra, because when we go to plant, when we get ourselves a seed drill, we'll just come over here and take whatever left. All right, same thing, and go in here. And these are 1,000 liters, right? Yeah, so we'll grab, well, let's just grab three of them. 3 bags before, we'll grab 3 bags again. And then we'll keep our fingers crossed as the day goes on, and then on to tomorrow that old McDonald will give us a tractor in the store. I mean, we could even buy a smaller tractor just to do other work around the farm as well, to save us hours on like the John Deere. Alright, this is going to be a big working width, I would assume. Alright, not as wide as I thought it was going to be, but still wide enough. Now, the next time we harvest this field, the score will go up on the field pretty darn good, but without it being direct drill, that score may be like in the upper 80s, low 90s. But right now, I think it's like in the 60s or 70s for a score on the field itself. Yeah, it looks like I might only needed 1 bag of fertilizer. But better safe than sorry. It's not like I won't use it. Not that wide. Okay, there we go. At least we'll get rid of the look that it snowed here in Goldcrest Valley, with the fields I put lime on. Actually, we can probably speed up time a little bit, because it's only 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And since this is the last job for the day, and really, probably the last job that I can think of until November. Yeah, I think the next thing we'll be doing is cutting this grass again. All the field work that we need to be, have done has been done. Alright, so since you unloaded to the right last time, let me spin this around. Or try to anyways. Now, it may not spit it out to the right again this time, because it could be it sees the shed as an object and won't spawn it in there, but let's see if it spits it out to the right. Oh, it did. Alright. So now we got ourselves a good field. So the yield on the field is going to be a 104. It can be better than that. The thing is, we got a direct drill, and this field does need to be plowed, so that's why the yield is not as good as it could be. So yeah, we are done with the spreader. Yes, we are done with the spreader. Well, it looks like the silage wagon, I guess we'll call it. I don't know what they're really called. The silage wagon has been taken off the market. Do I need... I mean, I would like fuel, but I don't want to fuel it up and then be buying a tractor. You know what? Let's fuel it up, because if I don't fuel it up, there won't be a tractor for sale tomorrow or even this evening. But if I do fuel it up, then the store will put one in there for us, right? Is that how it works? I think so. We'll put a half a tank of fuel in here. There, that'll do it. $200. $200 is worth it to roll the dice. A better chance to have a tractor for sale in the store page. Alright, let me just park somewhat here on the street for a second, and we'll just double check on the animals, but like we do know the animals are probably fine. Productivity is up to 90%. Of course, we just gave them water this morning. They're going to have plenty of grass / hay, which now we know they take hay. So, yeah, they're starting to get some wool. And, of course, the chickens, well, no eggs yet. But, wait, when they're young chickens, do they give eggs? I don't remember. I usually just buy adult chickens and we just start getting eggs and never really pay attention after that because the chickens reproduce so quickly. All right, let's get back to the main farm. Put the John Deere away as the lights come on here in Goldcrest Valley. We'll check the store page before we hit the snooze button. And then we'll wake up in the morning and see what else they have as well. And then maybe we'll look around. Maybe we can find some yard work to do around one of our fields. Or if something comes up for sale in the store, maybe we can use that implement or vehicle, what have you, for something else. Got dark really quick when he got the speed on time, 60. We'll go park the John Deere right next to our combine. Oh, lights out. All right, turn the beacons off. Turn the John Deere off. And yeah, nothing new in the store. So let's slow down time for one. That way I don't forget about it when I wake up in the morning. There's going to be some rain in the forecast. So it might be kind of hard to see because it's nighttime. I can barely see what the heck I'm doing myself. But yeah, we did get the lime put down these fields here. Actually, you know what? You'll be able to see in the morning because there's no crops here. So the lime's going to stay here until we do something with it. But all these 3 fields have been lime spread. So their pH value is going to be very, very good. All right, let's go to bed and see if old McDonald brings us a present in the morning. Yeah, we'll wake up at 8 still. There's the rain. All right, we're not going to have any loan interest payments overnight, but we do have vehicle leasing costs and property maintenance costs. Yeah, now you can really see the fields well enough. You can see the fertilizer. You can see the lime over there in all 3 fields, so that is all good. I'll check on the animals first. Oh, we do got some eggs. Okay, we got some eggs. And we got a little bit of wool as well. Water's down a little bit, so I could probably go like 4 months before these sheep need water again. Okay, so let's go ahead and check the store page. And, well, there is a forage wagon. I mean, for $14,000, it's a little bit on the small size. So, I mean, we could use a forage wagon in our grass field, if we decide to make some hay, which is fine. But instead of, using grass and using a baler, we could always just pick up the grass with the forage wagon and put it into the silo bunker, compact it for silage, and get it ready for the cows next year. Interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. But this is the slight problem I knew was going to happen here in Goldcrest. If we're not going to do any contract work and we only can do work in our own fields, that the first year, yeah, the original fields that we have, we got to take care of. But then it's going to be a whole lot of nothing going on for a month or two. But November we will have work done. If we go over to our grass field, I should be able to teleport over to here. Grass is looking good. It says ready to be harvested, but it's not at the full height. And we're going to wait until November. Yeah, I think on the forage wagon, I'm going to hold off onto that. Because I'm going to need a baler anyways to make some hay. So, yeah, let's hold off onto that. All right, let's fast forward through the day here. I'll see you in the afternoon hours. We'll check the store again and see if anything has changed there. I'll check it out actually throughout the day. And if something interesting comes up, I'll bring it back. But I think it's we're moving on to November here really, really quickly. Well, the rain hit right in the early afternoon hours, and it's been raining since. But you need rain once in a while as the sun now comes back out. 5 o'clock in the evening, so there have been some changes in the store and some kind of interesting things have appeared. We do have a belt system, which don't really need, and I really haven't used at all in FS22. Here is a subsoiler / seeder, but it's not a direct drill, or is it? No previous cultivating or plowing is necessary, but it's a subsoiler. So it's a subsoiler and seeder. I was thinking about it, and for $12,000, I think we should get it. It can be used instead of a plow. Additionally, the city offers the possibility to seed directly. So I don't know if it should be considered direct drill, actually. We need to do our grass field over, so why wouldn't I do that? The other interesting thing that came up is a tree harvester. I have no use for that. Let's go ahead and we'll buy this. Yeah, first I was like passing on it. Now I can also plant canola with it, which is fine. Canola I should be able to plant in the springtime here in Goldcrest. Canola, we can if we want to, but I would like to plant crop that I can get some straw off of. Canola I cannot. Soybean I can. Soybean on this map here, we should be able to get hay from soybean. Because if I scroll on down here, alfalfa, clover, soybean straw. So that is a possibility. Anything else? Yeah, nothing else in the store. Let's call it an evening and a month of October. It was a rough one. I worked really hard. But let's go to November and see what Old MacDonald has for us in store. Oh no, it's raining. It stopped raining. The sun's out. Yes, we're under $100,000 now. Or sorry, 1 million. 100,000? 100,000. I should be nervous on that. There's a tractor. And also a lime and fertilizer spreader. Ooh, so okay, so 150 to 200 horsepower for Massey Ferguson. I mean, that would help us run a lot of material or equipment. I mean, we can't say no to a fertilizer / lime spreader, can we? This is the one that we used on East Violin, so I know it works very well. Capacity is standard. I can always change it over later. Well, we're going to go ahead and... I am in the use section, right? Just to be sure about that. Yeah. I mean, this is not a bad morning to wake up to, because this is something we need, even though we just used one. And that drill that we have, this can go up to 200 horse. What's that drill require? That requires 250. So the Massey Ferguson is not going to be able to haul that around. I mean, the Massey, like I said, the small tractor, I just said I wouldn't mind having one on the farm. That's something we gotta think about here. But one thing we do need to do today, let me just check on the weather here. The only thing we got to do is work in the grass field, but that is quite a bit amount of work. Where's the forecast thing? Oh, I'm right on it. I'm scrolling up and down. I'm looking at, yeah, it's already over here. Oh, man. Anyways, sunny, 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 sunny. Rain somewhere around 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Well, I hope I'm done by 4 o'clock in the afternoon. All right, let's, as I'm driving to the store, I got to think about that Massey Ferguson. You know, I shouldn't pass up on the Massey Ferguson. We can do a lot of things with it. And I can save, like I said, save myself some hours on there. It's not that expensive. Alright, so when we get to the store, we'll buy the Massey Ferguson. And then I gotta lease a mower. Maybe we'll try something else other than the Vermeer this time. We gotta lease a mower. And maybe we'll mow the grass with the Massey Ferguson. Well, there are two new pieces. Well, I say new. I'm going to say that a lot. There are 2 pieces of equipment that are new to us anyways. So we will replant the grass field after we get done with it. Let's turn that off there. Let's go into the used department. Is it still there? Of course it is. It comes with wide tires and weights on it, which I'm a fan of. It's the 150 horsepower, which is okay. Before I do, let's look at the mower I want to use today. If I want to upgrade the engine while it's in the shop, we can do that. Just trying to see what mower. I didn't use the Kubota mower before. I used the butterfly mower with a front mower. But I did not use this. That requires 85 horsepower. It's kind of like the Vermeer, but at least it's a different brand. So lease it. Make sure you lease it. Alright, and we can use the Massey Ferguson with that. The way it is. Let's go ahead and buy that for $57,057. Just buying everything in the store, it seems like. Alright, so Massey Ferguson is now welcome on the farm. And I think it's already got the front loader attacher onto it. So, I've been thinking about that a little bit. I thought, well, front loader attacher, I don't think I've ever seen front loader attachers and that type of equipment for sale in the used section before in FS22. So I was like, okay, if that doesn't come up, I mean, that means leasing a front loader attacher and the implement. So that's 2 things right there. So I'm like, well, I'll just get a telehandler or something like that when it comes up for sale. But then I got the same problem. A telehandler doesn't come with the implement. So, I don't know. Should we count implements as leased items or things I can buy new in the store because they don't come up used? Let me know what you think below. And we're going to leave that right there. And we're going to take care of this grass field next episode. You thought I was going to mow the grass now. I was thinking about it, but I think since the only job we got to do from now until, you know, next spring is this grass field right here. We're going to be in it quite a bit. We're going to mow it. I think we're going to make all hay and then put it into the shed right here. And then, of course, we'll grab the John Deere and we'll tear this field up and replant grass back into it and get our score up a little bit better. But right now our score, actually, what's our score looking like? Probably not the greatest. 49, so we got to do a little bit better. This field right now is a 44. But when I mow it, the nitrogen level right now is reading 0. That nitrogen level is going to go skyrocket, so that's going to help us out quite a bit. The bottom line is tillage, which is being with a direct drill. The second line is pH value. And oh yeah, we haven't sprayed for weeds in it yet either. So this score will go up in this field, and our score overall 49 is going to go up maybe into the low 60s, I hope, by the time we get done. But let me know what you think about buying implements for like front loader attachers and telehandlers, since that stuff, like I said, I don't think it comes up for sale in the used section. I don't remember ever seeing it, but if you have seen it, let me know if it does, and then we'll have to just keep into the rule that yeah, we got to buy that used. So just let me know. But We got ourselves today a Massey Ferguson. We got ourselves a subsoiler slash seeder for grass, oilseed radish, and canola. And we also now got ourselves a fertilizer slash lime spreader. And the farm is growing, but we are below $1 million, so more than half the money is gone. But we are improving and growing. But that's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you again right here in Goldcrest Valley. But until then, have a good one.